Hello, everybody. My name is Steven Bell. This is Mike Smith. This is Phil Mercher. And we just got done skating from Scottsdale, Nebraska. It's over 430 miles. And we did it to raise money for the only indoor skate park in Nebraska. It's located here in Lincoln. And I'll let Mike talk about what went on.
I'm Mike Smith. I'm the dumbass that came up with the idea. Boring, windy state that we have. Baylor is the only indoor place for kids to skate, and so I had another crazy idea that it should be free, and the kids should be able to come and go as they please. And so, we're working our asses off to get Nebraska skateboarding on the map. Is something that people care about, people know about. Steve is an amazing photographer. He loves
I took them all.
Steve took all the photos.
I'm filming right now.
Phil's 51, almost 52. He skated every inch.
He made it the whole way. Barely.
He made it on bitterness and hatred alone. It was an amazing trip. It was pretty surreal for us to be. You'd look around and be like, holy shit, we're in the middle of nowhere on our skateboards. And then you'd about get hit by a truck or a dog wanted to bite you.
We got a lot of stray dogs on the trip that wanted to come along.
Steve finally got some senior photos taken with that dog. With Shasta. We named it Shasta. It was a pretty intense trip. You know, the first couple days, we thought everything was great. We tried to average 50 miles a day on a skateboard, which is what we were able to keep up. This was a little mini rink that was in the middle of a small town called Bayard, where Chimney Rock is located. The thing sucked, but Phil so ripped it up. It was he did, without killing himself. But it was an interesting trip. You know, it's one of those things where farmers would pull you over. There's this photo Steve took from a hill. Phil was skating.
Middle of the sand hills.
Yeah. It's one of those things where people have asked us, did you have fun? And I keep telling everybody I think so. And I'm not. Once my calf and my foot quit hurting, I'll tell everybody the truth probably. But it was an interesting experience for sure. I'm really proud of us for doing something like this. It's never been done before. No one's ever skateboarded across the state. People have done it across other states. And so I guarantee you, there's sure shit never going to see your citizens do. We're pretty stoked on it.
I'm not really that old. I'm only 27.
Liar! Yeah, you're such a liar. We talked about his ARP card fitting in the middle. It was pretty surreal. I don't know if there's any photos of it. When we got back to the Capitol, there was 40 or 50 kids with skateboards that lit up and got to skate with us. Steve ollied a significant amount of dead animals on this trip.
I actually tried to chop a raccoon tail off with my tailway skateboard because I wanted to put it on my hat. But
did it work?
No, the skin was tougher than I thought it would be.
He came back defeated and just said that tail was like a bone, and it was really sad. Phil ate every one of those cattle. But anyway, we got back to the Capitol, and one of the little kids came up to me and told me that we were his heroes. And anytime a 7-year-old kid comes up and tells you that, it'll bring tears to your eyes. So it was pretty special for us to get this.
Speaking of tears, I have to say that I cried 3 times over the trip. Only 2 of them were for joy, and 1 of them was pain.
Crying for pain was almost out up there in the middle of nowhere.
When you're in the middle of nowhere, no one can see you cry, so it's alright.
You'd get to a point where you want to give up and tell yourself that you couldn't make it any farther. And then you'd have a conversation with someone or somebody would make you laugh, and it was just enough to get you another 10 miles down the road. And when you see the vehicle that we were trying to skate to, you'd like see it, and then this sense of joy would come over, like, this damn trip is almost over. And so you just kind of keep skating. So it was pretty surreal, but it was definitely a lot of fun for all of us. I don't know, that was probably some little town somewhere.
Yeah,
I didn't take it, I have no idea.
Surprisingly, from Ogallala to here, we've probably had about an average about 10 or 15 trading passes a day, at least. So we kind of ran parallel with the railroad tracks. A lot of people in the train conductors, whatever, waved at us. One of them knew Phil, I guess. It was kind of weird. He never got.
It was like, Phil! skate in the rain for 2 days, so we made like little makeshift ponchos out of trash bags. But that wasn't supposed to be a river or lake. The water was just...
Yeah, this is the North Platte River by Chimney Rock, and this was just basically on the edge of the river overflowed, so...
There's still when he wasn't skateboarding. We actually ate there, and I don't know if they'd seen a skateboard in decades in this little town. It was a town of Broadwater, it was in the town of Llewellyn. We camped there, it rained in our tent when we ended outside, which totally sucked, but...
This is the Lake McConaughey Dam, and it was about 3 miles or so when we skated across it. It was really scary because there wasn't much shoulder, and yeah, it was really cool to see it. And as you might see in other photos and video down the line, we did a little skating, Mike skating in a little British underwear.
Yeah, just
across it.
British flag white tights. My mom bought me in high school. Yeah.
Oh, this one's good too. This was the end of the first day. We got done skating over 55 miles, and probably the last half hour was in complete blackness.
Yeah.
So, and this is the initial start-off point in Scotts Bluff, right before we set off on the trip, and it was kind of weird because we didn't know how the trip would go, and we were really anxious to get going. And the first day ended up actually being way more awesome than we thought it would be. We coasted probably 5 or 6 miles without pushing. So
there's something surreal about standing in Scotts Bluff. I mean, you've got 430 miles to go till you get home, and you're looking around going, "Is this a good idea?" Steve's always been capturing the sky. I'm getting good photos of that. But anyway, we love skating.